superheroes. We're fascinated by them. In the movies or in comic books, we all admire and want to be one.
How to live your life and live your dreams that you've always desired. It's scary. It's scary to want to have a dream and you have that dream and you don't know how to funnel it and to keep it going. Sometimes just getting out of bed's not easy. How do you frame your mornings? Because no day is the same for you, I would assume.
You are trying to get things going and then file for bankruptcy.
Yes.
Then now you have the success story. So take us back and how everything started and how you went from bankruptcy to now a very successful woman.
Yes.
Who is killing it.
We have Kedma Ough. She is a small business champion.
Kedma Ough, author with us this morning.
National award-winning small business advocate and best-selling author.
Our next guest, Kedma Ough, is here with her new book that helps people grow their businesses and helps them do the most important thing, funding.
I am so excited to share with you the absolute necessary information you need to make your small business dreams a reality.
Why did you write this book? For that very reason, basically?
Well, more than that. I wrote the book because I was faced with the dilemma. Back in 2001, if we went in a time machine, you'd find me in Tucson, Arizona, sitting on a curb, crying my eyes out because I had to file bankruptcy. And I went back to my apartment, and about 2 weeks later, I received an envelope from Capital One credit card. And I opened it up, and it was for $200. When I was a little girl, I used to play Monopoly. When you go around the board, how much money do you get?
$200.
$200?
Yeah, collect $200.
So I was back in the game.
Right.
I was back in my mind, I was back in the game of life, and now I had money to play.
How did you get this wealth of information? What was your journey like?
What if I go on a journey to uncover all the funding and resources available to people like me who had a crisis and deserve the American dream, which took me a 15-year journey.
Wow.
And I refocused on how to look at funding based on variables.
This is 15 years of your life.
15 years of my life, exactly.
That is
Fascinating
an
story.
amazing story, yeah.
Right.
There's funding for women, there's funding for African American or Black, there's funding for LGBT or lesbian, there's funding in Los Angeles. And so the beauty of this is we tie your uniqueness to who you are as a person on top of the uniqueness of the business, and that's how we target the funds. I curated over 100 agencies just in my book alone that you can go and read a chapter, you can follow up immediately.
A lot of people will get a book like this and read it and never do anything. Why?
Disciplining the mind. The reality is that an idea everybody has, but how many people execute? First thing I do, I wake up and I say, I am the luckiest woman in the world. And I believe it. Luck finds me all the time. But the second thing I say is, today is my last day on earth. I believe you only have today, and you have to be 100% focused. You don't have tomorrow. And if you are focused that today is your last day on earth, you're going to know what you have to do. I pulled myself when nothing was there, and now I'm on the other side, wanting desperately to teach people that they don't have to be stuck in that crisis. Because I was so obsessed with proving that in spite of having no money or filing bankruptcy, you can still win the American dream. You can still have the funding. Here's what's so awesome. Each of you have this already and you don't know it. Your identity is part of the key to finding the money. Yeah, I can make this happen, and now I have tools and resources to figure it out. What does it take to become an expert in a topic? In my opinion, it requires total immersion. Total immersion in such a way that you become an example of the topic itself. In fact, that is how I designed my first book, Target Funding. It's a book, essentially a how-to book on how to find the necessary funds and resources for your dreams. How do you know when an idea is great? That has been my journey to discover for the last 15 years. I've worked with thousands of inventors and innovators and entrepreneurs, and I've deduced it into 3 criteria. Number 1, are you solving a universal problem? 2, is your solution something so unique that perhaps hasn't been considered before? And 3, is it affordable for the consumer? It's all wrapped up in one foundation, a foundation that is available to everyone in this room. The power to imagine. You see, the power of imagination opens up endless opportunities for solutions, allows us to think out of the box, helps us figure out what may not be seen. So when you're thinking about creating the next great idea, start with imagination. Don't listen to what other people think or say to you. Imagine the possibilities, dream, think about the crazy things. Wear a superhero cape. Whatever it takes, I promise you, power of imagination will always lead to great ideas.